Now, Ferruccio Lamborghini had quite an intriguing life story. Born on April 28, 1916, in the quaint town of Rinazzo di Cento in northern Italy, he grew up in a family of viticulturalists. Interestingly, though he was born into a farming family, Lamborghini found himself more captivated by the mechanics of farming machinery than the farming itself. This interest led him to study at the Fratelli Taddia Technical Institute, which was close to Bologna. But before we go any further, welcome to Tales of Titans, the place where business and history come to life. So, let's dive into the famous story of Ferruccio Lamborghini. When 1940 rolled around, Lamborghini's life took a significant turn. When World War II erupted, Italy's Royal Air Force quickly recognized Lamborghini's skills as a mechanic and drafted him. They sent him all the way to Rhodes, Greece, where he joined the 50th Mixed Maneuver Motor Fleet. This fleet was in charge of keeping all those Army vehicles running smoothly on the island, from tractors to diesel trucks, even the ones used for towing aircraft. And guess what? Lamborghini's talent really shone through. He quickly became the head of the workshop there. Now, 1943 was a pivotal year for him. After the Battle of Rhodes, he stayed on the island, even though it was under German occupation. That's when he opened his very first mechanical repair shop. During this period, he also met his first wife, Clelia. Then, in 1946, Lamborghini made his way back to Italy. He seized the opportunity provided by an economic recovery program and set up his own machine shop in the village of Cento. It wasn't just any shop, he was both repairing and building vehicles. His personal life, too, was marked by tragedy during this time. He lost his wife in 1947 during the birth of their son, Tonino. This chapter of Lamborghini's life, filled with challenges and turning points, undeniably shaped his future and laid the foundation for his legendary contributions to the automotive industry. After World War II, Ferruccio Lamborghini in Pieve di Cento bought an old Fiat Topolino, the first of many Fiats he would own. In his spare time, Lamborghini wasn't just tinkering with cars, he was also crafting tractors, which actually marked the beginning of the Lamborghini brand. But back to the Fiat Topolino. Lamborghini transformed this modest city car into a powerful 750cc open-top two-seater. He was so proud of his work that he entered it in the famous 1948 Mille Miglia race. However, after covering 1,100 kilometers, which is about 680 miles, the race ended dramatically for him when he crashed the car into the side of a restaurant in Fiano near Turin. Now, in 1947, Ferruccio Lamborghini spotted a unique opportunity in Italy, which was then rebuilding from the war. He saw the need for agricultural and industrial revitalization and came up with an innovative idea. Lamborghini started creating the Carioca tractors. And what's fascinating is that he used parts from military vehicle engines and even took differentials from ARAR centers. The base of these tractors was built around the 6-cylinder petrol engines of Morris trucks. Now, here is where Lamborghini's ingenuity really shone through. Petrol was extremely expensive in Italy at the time, so he developed a special fuel atomizer. This device was a game changer. It allowed the tractors to start up using petrol, but then switch over to diesel, which was much more affordable. Thanks to the success of these innovative Carioca tractors, Lamborghini was inspired to establish Lamborghini Trattori, marking the beginning of his journey in manufacturing tractors. In the charming town of Cento, back in 1948, on the day celebrating their patron saint, something remarkable happened. Ferruccio Lamborghini unveiled his very own tractor design, and guess what? It was an instant hit. He managed to sell 11 tractors right on the spot. With his father's nod of approval, Ferruccio took a bold step. He used their family farm as collateral to secure a whopping 1,000 engines. That's when he really kicked things into high gear, starting the mass production of tractors. With all the success from his tractors, Ferruccio Lamborghini's journey into the world of luxury cars became quite a story. Initially, he started with modest Fiats in his youth, But as his wealth grew, he could afford faster, more lavish vehicles. In the 1950s, he added Alfa Romeos, Lancias, and even a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL to his collection. He was particularly fond of a Jaguar E-Type coupe and not one, but two Maserati 3500 GTs. Lamborghini had an interesting take on the Maseratis, though. He respected Adolfo Orsi, the then owner of Maserati, who, like Lamborghini, came from humble beginnings. However, he wasn't overly impressed with the cars themselves, finding them a bit heavy and not as fast as he'd like. In 1958, Lamborghini's quest for speed and luxury took him to Maranello, where he purchased a Ferrari 250 GT designed by the famous coach builder Pininfarina. This was just the beginning of his Ferrari collection, which later included a 250 GT SWB Berlinetta designed by Scaglietti and a more practical 250 GT 2x2 four-seater. While he appreciated the performance of Ferraris, he found them too noisy and rough for regular road use, describing them more like repurposed track cars with interiors that didn't meet his standards of luxury. Now, whenever significant clients visited Lamborghini's tractor company to seal deals, Ferruccio Lamborghini would often chauffeur them to the restaurant in his Ferrari, showcasing a bit of glamour. But Lamborghini, despite his love for showmanship, wasn't exactly the best driver, as Valentino Balboni, his test driver, amusingly recalls. He had a habit of burning out the clutch, leading to frequent trips to Ferrari's factory for replacements. However, after several visits, Lamborghini had an epiphany. Why not get the clutch fixed at his own tractor company? When his head mechanic dismantled the Ferrari's engine and transmission, they stumbled upon a surprising discovery. The Ferrari's clutch was identical to one used in a certain Lamborghini tractor. According to Balboni, this type of clutch was common in many sports cars of that era, including Maseratis and Ferraris. Ferruccio Lamborghini was outraged when he realized this. He couldn't believe that a part he paid only 10 lira for in his tractors was costing him 1,000 lira in his Ferrari. His dissatisfaction extended to Ferrari's after-sales service, which he felt was far from satisfactory. So, during a conversation with Enzo Ferrari, Lamborghini couldn't resist mentioning that Ferrari's esteemed cars use parts from his tractors. Enzo Ferrari's response was dismissive, eventually telling Lamborghini that as a tractor maker, he should feel privileged to drive Ferraris, touted as the best cars in the world. This exchange only fueled Lamborghini's anger. In a passionate retort, he declared, "Oh yes, I am a farmer, but I'll show you how to make a sports car. I will create one myself to demonstrate what a true sports car should be." And that, my friend, is how the legendary rivalry between Lamborghini and Ferrari was born. Ferruccio, after facing skepticism about his ambitious project, was undeterred. He boldly started his own company, hiring experts from Ferrari and securing a plot of land for a factory. In just 9 months, an incredible feat, he completed his first sports car, the Lamborghini 350 GT, adorned with his astrological sign as its emblem. This car wasn't just any sports car, it was a technical marvel, equipped with a V12 engine, a 5-speed transmission, and advanced braking and suspension systems. When it debuted at the Turin Motor Show, it received rave reviews from both customers and critics alike, proving to everyone, especially Enzo Ferrari, that Ferruccio was more than just a farmer, he was a mechanical genius. His success didn't stop there. Ferruccio's tractor and sports car businesses both thrived. He was a leader who believed in giving his engineers the freedom to innovate, which led to the creation of the 400 GT and, in an unexpected turn, the Miura P400. The Miura, a street race car with a pioneering rear mid-engine layout, was initially developed in secret, as Ferruccio was opposed to race cars at the start. However, when he discovered it, he embraced the project, and it turned out to be a game changer. The Miura became the world's first supercar, setting a new standard for high-performance vehicles. Ferruccio continued to innovate, releasing models like the Espada, Islero, Jarama, Uraco, and the iconic Countach. These cars were renowned for their superiority as they didn't rely on parts from other manufacturers. The Countach in particular became a sensation, widely regarded as one of the most influential cars in history. However, Ferruccio's journey wasn't without its challenges. A failed deal with Bolivia and a global economic downturn forced him to sell his tractor business and a majority stake in Automobili Lamborghini. Despite these setbacks, he managed to sell his remaining tractors and ultimately decided to retire, selling the rest of his shares in Automobili Lamborghini, but keeping a heating company, which he passed on to his son, Tonino. Tonino later transitioned into a successful career in the fashion and luxury industry, building on the family name. The Lamborghini brand went through a tumultuous period, changing hands multiple times and struggling under various owners, including Chrysler and an Indonesian conglomerate, until Audi took over. Audi recognized the need for focus on processes and product quality, which helped Lamborghini meet the challenges of the 21st century and regain its market position. The launch of models like the Gallardo, Huracan, and the Urus SUV concept led to a surge in global sales, particularly in the US. By 2019, Lamborghini's value soared to $11 billion. From a humble farmer and prisoner of war to the founder of a legendary sports car empire, Ferruccio's story is truly remarkable. And that's all for today, folks. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more amazing content. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.